Hi, and welcome to our third YouTube Live event for business owners and sales leaders in automotive. Our first event covered how sales has changed and how sales teams can successfully connect with and sell to the modern B2B buyer. Our second event was about letting you know how to update your own sales process to ensure success. For this event, we're looking at how to enable your sales team with modern and easy to use tools that work directly inside Outlook or Gmail and will help you to improve sales and productivity. This event is aimed specifically at small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies. These are the companies we help to improve sales and productivity, even if they already have enough sales. We're going to tell you exactly how we generate leads for our clients, what you can do today, and what sales tools to use. Some are free and some are low cost. This event is about getting on with selling in a new way and in the way that your ideal customers want to buy. To give you an introduction about me, I'm the Commercial Sales Director at the Tree Group, and we're a sales agency that specialises in working with automotive and motorsport companies. I've worked in sales for over 23 years and decided to set up a sales agency because so many small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies need to make big improvements to how they sell to keep up with the age of the internet. Even if you already have enough sales, there are always opportunities to improve productivity. On the screen, you'll see my social media profiles. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or follow me on Twitter. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping notes. As I mentioned before, this event is aimed at small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies to help them sell their products and services. When we're selling for our clients, we're helping them get in front of engineers, designers, purchasers, business owners and MDs that work for vehicle manufacturers, special vehicle departments, dealer networks and resellers. When we talk about the modern buyer, we mean any decision maker in a company. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on social media or email me jrw@thetreegroup.co.uk. This event is being recorded and it will soon be available live on our website and on YouTube. And lastly, you can expect this event to run for around 20 to 25 minutes. So we see that most sales teams are still selling the way they did 10 years ago, and they don't know a better way. They still just use Outlook and Excel. They haven't taken the time to understand how their ideal customers buy. All sales activity is manual. They're only sending out generic sales information, nothing that differentiates their salespeople or company. A lot of the companies I talk to have excellent products and services, but their sales activity just doesn't match and needs to be updated. Times have changed significantly, and this series of events is about showing how salespeople need to change to sell in this age where the buyer has all the power, where there's a lot more competition, and where sellers will become redundant if they can't add value. The way B2B buyers purchase has changed considerably in the last 2 decades. Buyers can research extensively online, and research has shown that 57% of a buyer's journey is done before ever contacting a salesperson. This means if you don't change the way you sell, you might miss opportunities and never be contacted. The reality is, buyer behaviour has changed so much that the traditional sales approach of 10 years ago simply isn't as effective. Sellers have to start selling the way the buyers want to buy. And most important is knowing how your ideal customers buy. So the question here is, have you ever done any ideal customer research? Yes, there's more and more for salespeople to do. More targets, more channels to use, more customers to handle, and more competition. But the idea of sales is getting harder should really be traditional sales tactics are losing their power. Because traditional sales tactics don't match up with how your ideal customers want to buy. Other industries have led the way in evolving, their sales activity, and now it's time for small to medium-sized companies in automotive and motorsport to catch up. Updating your sales activity will be a genuine differentiator and give you a significant competitive advantage. If you cater to what your ideal customers want, sales won't be so hard after all. Most salespeople agree that prospecting is the toughest part of the sales process. Salespeople need help qualifying leads, whether it's improving how you target and research your ideal customers or how you engage and progress prospects once you've started a conversation. HubSpot recently conducted a sales perception survey and found a serious disconnect between buyers and salespeople. Buyers who had a neutral or negative sales experience with sales say the representatives were pushy, didn't listen, weren't helpful, and couldn't prove value. Value is the important part here. A salesperson has to add value over and above what a buyer can find on their own by researching online. So, is the solution doing more of the same? Approaching more contacts, sending more emails, making more calls, going to more events? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of madness. Apologies for the animation. So what lessons can be learned from how the best sales teams have continued to improve in the age of the buyer? Well, you should build trust with your buyers. Your salespeople need to help people make buying decisions, more than just trying to make a sale. It's about adding knowledge and value to the conversation. Sales representatives need to ask themselves, can I help the prospect? Do they need my help? And most importantly, do they want my help? Tailor your sales content to the wants and needs of your buyer. As you learn more about your leads over time, you can better personalize your messages to their specific needs. There's a whole host of technologies that you should leverage to understand what your buyers want and which buyers are visiting your website, opening your emails, and even what pages they view in your sales documents. By having the right approach, you'll be able to identify the behaviors of your ideal customers, leading to better qualified leads, improved sales and productivity. And lastly, you have to be buyer-centric, basing your entire sales process on your ideal customers rather than how you want to sell. In interactions with buyers, you need to actively inquire about and listen to the buyer's challenges and goals. As a consultative advisor and expert, you can then share ideas for how the buyer can accomplish their goals to address their challenges. Sometimes it's in the sales representative's best interest to point buyers to a different product or service. It's about working smart and not wasting time. We've talked a lot about the theory of how to sell in the age of the buyer. Now, let's give specifics of what you need to do. You need to turn your website into a lead generation engine. I'm not talking about contact forms or putting your phone number and email address on the website. All your competitors do that. You need to do something different. Do you genuinely know who are your best prospects? The ones with the most chance of purchasing? Are you just guessing? Well, using the right technology, and you'll be able to see many, many more signs to give you much more educated analytical approach. Do you know what companies visit your website? If you do, you know what companies to approach instead of relying on a cold list of contacts. Do you type similar emails over and over again? Wouldn't it be better to use templates for the common text and have more time to craft emails to each individual prospect? Do you have to manually remember when to chase a prospect, or when to make a phone call, or when to see if there's any news? How about a system that automates all of that for you, but still making sure each step is personalized for each person you contact? Is there a way for prospects to contact you live when they're on your website? Again, I'm not talking about a contact form or your phone number or email address. I'm talking about live messaging specifically for B2B prospects. Do you bounce emails and phone calls backwards and forwards trying to book meetings? Wouldn't it be good if your prospects could book you and know when you're available? How do you monitor and track all your calls activity all your sales activity from the performance of your personal emails and personal phone calls? Do you know your open rates, your click rates, and even your reply rates to your personal, private, one-to-one sales emails? Do you know how often you get through to the person you want to talk to, how often you leave live messages, or how often there's no answer? Are you using a mixture of different types of content so you're not saying the same thing over and over again? Wouldn't it be good to have a central area where it's easy to share successful sales content over the phone, by email, and online? Research proves that the company that responds first is normally the company to win the deal. How quickly do you follow up when you get an inquiry or spot an opportunity in the market? And lastly, how easy is it for you to track all sales activity in one place so you can use the manufacturing approach of continuous improvement for sales? So, we all know what the challenges are with sales. We know what the best companies do to sell in this age of the buyer. And I've shown you how you can apply those techniques and technologies in your business. Now let's go through each one and give you exact examples of how to do it and the tools to use. When we start working with a new small to medium-sized automotive or motorsport company, this is one of the first places we start. Most companies already have sales content, and very quickly using HUBSpot CRM and HUBSpot Marketing, you can upload the PDFs into the CRM, get a hyperlink for each document, and add the hyperlinks to relevant pages on your website. If you have a basic content management system on your website, all this can be done without the need of a programmer, and it only takes a few minutes. When a website visitor wants to view any of your documents, they click the link, enter their email address, the email is automatically added into the CRM, and your salespeople have a new inbound lead to contact, knowing exactly what that person was interested in. The cost for this feature: HubSpot CRM is free forever, and the approach we take uses the free version of HubSpot Marketing. Some document stats are free, but if you want full access, then you'll need the Sales Pro subscription that's starts from just $50 per user per month. Here's an example of one of our clients' websites, B2B Exhausts. When we started working with them, we took their brochure, uploaded it to their CRM, got the hyperlink for the document, and added text hyperlinks to relevant pages on their website. Visitors came to the B2B website, and when they want to view a document, they click the link, enter their email address, and that adds new inbound leads into B2B CRM. We then look at who's been viewing documents, do our research, and approach the people that fit the ideal customer profile, knowing what they're interested in and having relevant conversations. This gets us into conversations with people much earlier in their buying journey. If we waited for them to call us, that might never happen. This is about being proactive and creating conversations and opportunities that might not happen without this approach. Here's another example from one of our other clients' websites, Additiva. They sell 3D metal printing. We use HubSpot Marketing Free to display pop-ups on different pages of the website. This is another way to generate inbound leads. Visitors to the website click on the pop-up, enter their email address, and get the document we've offered them. This adds new inbound leads automatically into the CRM, ready for the sales team to approach with context and relevant conversations. Using HubSpot Marketing Free also means we can see where each person came from before they visited the website and became a lead, such as a Google search, and sometimes even the keyword they were searching for. This is excellent intelligence to give us more context and research before approaching a new lead. Once you know your ideal customers and you have the right tools set up, it's about working smart and prioritizing your time with your best prospects. This isn't done by guessing. This is done by using the CRM to know which of your prospects is the most engaged. When we work with automotive and motorsport clients, we set up different views in their CRM to easily get a live view of which contacts are opening emails the most, which contacts are looking at documents, and even which contacts haven't been emailed or called recently. This approach also means if a lead is generated and for one reason or another that person isn't ready to buy, but 1 year later they start engaging with the content again, you're going to pick up that they're now an active buyer, so no sales opportunity is missed. And with the latest version of HubSpot Sales Pro, you can even get a predictive lead score and a probability that a contact will become a customer within the next 90 days. So the cost for this feature, HubSpot CRM, is free forever. Some of the engagement stats are free, but if you want full access, then you'll need the Sales Starter subscription or Sales Pro, and they start from $50 per user per month. Here's a screenshot from our own CRM. You can see a list of contacts with their email address. All these contacts were generated using our website, and we call these inbound leads. These contacts will have viewed a piece of content on our website, entered their email address, then will have done some research, updated their contact details, and decided if they fit our ideal customer profiles and how we want to approach them, already knowing what they're interested in and that they're in an active buying journey. After you've worked through the active buyers in your CRM, such as people that came from your website as inbound leads or existing contacts that have started to re-engage with your emails or documents, the next step is to know what companies are visiting your website. At this stage, you don't know what people are visiting, but you do know what companies they work for, and that means you can prioritize who you're going to approach. You'll already know what pages they've looked at on your website and how many times they've been on your website, and even how many different people from that company have visited your website. This is good for prospecting, but also for contacts you're already talking to. The cost for this feature, you'll need to have at least one person in your company paying for the sales subscription that starts at $50 per month per user. This is a screenshot from one of our clients' CRM. This is called the Prospect View, and you can see on the left that I've set up a view that will allow us to see only companies that match the ideal customer profile. This is information you simply won't know unless you have the right tools and the right approach for selling. For example, we can see that McLaren GT visited the website, that they viewed 6 different pages, and that 3 different people from McLaren GT were on the website. We simply click the preview button next to each company name, and there we can see what they did before they arrived at the website, such as a Google search, and maybe what keyword they used before they found the website. And then we can also see every individual page that was viewed, how many times it was viewed, and when. When I show this to our clients, especially the ones that weren't previously interested in a CRM, it's normally a big fat light bulb moment. It's the sort of information they never knew they could get. This is one of my favorite features. I often get raised eyebrows when I tell clients we're going to set up email templates, as they naturally think every email is different. The honest answer is that every email should be different, so it's relevant to every person you contact. But there are always portions of emails that are repeated over and over, and a lot of time is wasted continually typing them out. Templates is an excellent feature that allows you to set up common emails that will automatically merge in details about the person you're emailing, such as first name, company, and job role. So you can spend more time crafting the email to make an impact to improve your sales. The fact you can then monitor open rates, click rates, and even reply rates is priceless, so you have a continuous improvement approach to sales activity. The main features here are that you can save emails that you send over and over and make these templates easily available in your Outlook or Gmail, or directly in the CRM. Then you can truly monitor sales activity by tracking and improving the amount of times your emails get opened, clicked, and replied. The main benefits is that you'll understand which emails work best at creating prospects, nurturing them, and selling. The cost for this feature: some templates are available on Sales Starter, full access is on Sales Pro, and both subscriptions, Sales Starter starts from $50 per month per user. This example shows how the HubSpot sales features live directly in your Outlook or Gmail inbox. You don't need to go to the CRM, but you can. You don't need to go to a different system. You just work like you normally do in Outlook or Gmail, and the features are all there ready to go. All you do is open a new email or reply on an existing email, then choose the template you want. There we go. Just there. And HubSpot adds the content directly and live in front of you. Then you can spend more time crafting an email that's relevant to every individual person that you contact. It is such a common concern that sales just don't have enough time to follow up, and managers are worried that opportunities are falling through the cracks. Sequences is my number one favorite feature of HubSpot sales. You set up your customizable email templates, put them into a sequence where you choose when each step will send if you haven't had a reply, add tasks to call or engage with the lead on social media, etc. Then directly in your Outlook or Gmail, or in the CRM if you want, you send the sequence, and HubSpot Sales schedules everything for you, so there's no way you'll forget. As soon as the contact replies by email or books a meeting, the sequence stops automatically. You can include up to 5 different email templates and as many tasks as you want. You can easily create 10 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, up to you, depends on your sales cycle, of activity, with every step being different, so it feels natural for the person you're trying to sell to. The main features here are automated email follow-up and call reminders, or task reminders. And HubSpot is smart enough to know when a prospect replies to automatically stop the campaign. The main benefit is that it reduces the likelihood that a prospect slips through the cracks. The cost for this feature starts from $50 per month for HubSpot sales. This is an example of sending a new sequence to a contact. On the left, you can see the different steps that I've set up, with the first step being an email, the second step, a different email, the third step, another different email, the fourth step being a task, which could be a phone call or engaging on social media, and so on. You can see in the main email window that certain details have been automatically merged, such as the person's first name. Any information that exists in the CRM for each contact can be automatically merged into your email templates. Then before sending the sequence, you take time to craft every step, so each one is a relevant and different message. Then choose what day and time you want to send the first step, and HubSpot does the rest. It's that easy. No more manual notes in your calendar to send an email, no more scribbling on your notepad to make a phone call. Just send the sequence, and you're going to nurture each and every contact over a number of different steps. Don't forget, the majority of salespeople give up after one attempt, but the majority of sales need at least 5 attempts. You will be the salesperson that never forgets to follow up. The messages feature complements any website lead generation that you have set up. It's giving your website visitors the opportunity to contact you when it suits them, and normally much earlier in their buying journey than if they could only send a message through your contact page or make a sales call or email. It's more approachable than a formal sales email or call, and this will uncover prospects much earlier. Not everyone who hits your site is going to be up for a conversation with the sales team, so if a basic contact form or sales phone number are the only interaction point on your site, odds are qualified leads are slipping through your fingers. Messages gives your prospects a forum for questions that is much less intimidating than a traditional B2B sales call, prompting them to contact you earlier in the buying process. This helps you capture more leads and progress deals forward by providing guidance and information. The main features here are live website chat, and if you have a larger sales team, the ability to have a round-robin lead rotation. The main benefit is that salespeople can finally meet prospects where they're already are, i.e. they're on your website, to generate more leads. The cost for this feature starts from $50 per month with HubSpot Sales. We've all wasted hours and hours bouncing emails back and forth trying to schedule meetings, especially when it's with multiple people in different locations. The Meetings tool is linked to your Outlook or Google Calendar. You set up a simple meeting like simple meeting link, decide when you want to be available, and anybody can book a meeting with you without the need to do it manually. Links to book meetings can be included in your emails with the HubSpot inbox integration we've already seen, or even as links on your website or in LinkedIn messages. The picture shows the sort of view your contacts will get after clicking the link, and it's as simple as picking a time when you're available. You don't have to manually set your availability, as this feature syncs directly with your calendar. You can set up multiple different meeting types. I have one for short 30-minute phone calls, another for 1-hour video conferences, another for face-to-face meetings. The meetings feature even allows you to have a buffer before and after meetings, such as for you to catch up on work or to travel from place to place if you normally meet face-to-face. The cost for this feature starts at $50 per user per month for HubSpot Sales. Getting the CRM set up is going to allow you to see information that was previously invisible. I like to say that it's a CRM designed for humans, not programmers. I've used a lot of different CRMs in the past. I've worked at large companies who had CRMs, but the salespeople never used it because it was terrible. This truly is an easy-to-use CRM that is designed for salespeople to keep working where they're familiar, i.e. Outlook or Gmail, but with the backup of a CRM that will make the job of selling easier and make it obvious where and how to improve. On the screen, you can see some examples of the out-of-the-box reports that are included in HubSpot CRM. Deals closed versus goal is probably the number one report that all companies need. Deals won and lost allows you to see how you're improving your sales over time. Are you getting better at generating new deals? Are you getting better at closing deals? And equally important, when are you closing deals and why, to make sure you continually improve. Deal forecast is what you need to know for your budgeting. It's based on all of the deals in the CRM and the percentage that they're likely to be won. Then the deal forecast auto-calculates to give you a forecast figure. New customer average close rate is a great way to know how long it takes to win new clients. If you're selling to vehicle manufacturers, it may well be common to have a long sales cycle. Likewise, if you're selling as an e-commerce business through your website, you might have a short sales cycle. This view allows you to see trends over time to see how you can sell more quickly. Deal stage funnel is a great way of monitoring the success of your salespeople. You're going to easily spot where there are issues moving deals from one stage to the next. It might help you to go back and see how are you first talking to prospects? What do you present? What content have you sent them during the sales process? This report helps you spot gaps and make improvements. Contact lifecycle funnel will help you see how leads move from one lifecycle stage to the next. In HubSpot CRM, that's from a subscriber all the way through to a customer and evangelist. You'll always start by adding a contact into the CRM. Then you want to see how efficient you are at progressing those contacts into qualified leads and eventually customers. Sales performance is some of the more common stats. You want to know how many new contacts you're adding, how many contacts you're actively contacting, how many deals you're creating, and how many deals you're winning. This is a great one to benchmark activity month on month, or you might want to look at performance across a whole year or a custom period. Contacts created by day is a helpful way to see how many new leads you're adding into your CRM, such as by day, week, or month. This is a great one to spot trends. You might see a dip in new contacts being added in the CRM, look at the calendar, and realise that the salesperson was on holiday. Or you might see trends at certain times of year, where more or less new leads are created. This helps you improve and schedule your sales activity more efficiently. Sales performance is part of the Sales Pro feature and Sales Starter feature. This gives some great analysis of how many new leads you are prospecting and how efficient you are at getting replies and having meetings booked. This is all about how effective you are at creating conversations with your ideal customers. This level of information previously was not available for one-to-one sales emails, and especially not for small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies. Call outcomes is also part of HubSpot sales. It's easy to think that you connect with the majority of people you call. However, this report shows you the facts, because every call you make is made through the CRM. So every call you make is tracked. This gives a great heads-up view of how successful you are at connecting or leaving messages or getting people at the wrong time when they're busy. The cost for the reporting feature, well, HubSpot CRM is free forever and comes bundled with a lot of out-of-the-box reports. If you want access to templates and sequences, then you need to be starting off with HubSpot Sales Starter from $50 per user per month. If you want a next level of customizing reports, that's the HubSpot Pro subscription from $80 per user per month. Or fully customizable, multiple reports, exactly how you need it across the entire business, is $200 per month. Content is where the biggest shift needs to happen in sales for small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies. It's no longer about bashing off generic sales emails with your generic brochure attached. It has to be about knowing the right content to use and at the right time. It has to be about having a variety of content that will educate your ideal customers on how your product or service can help them, give them reasons to choose you over your competitors, and then give them the facts of why they should go ahead and buy your product or service. Having a central system to manage and access all sales content is essential because it will save time, and most importantly, you get reporting to know what content creates sales. Also, having HubSpot Sales means that all of your sales documents are easily accessible when you're sending an email in Outlook or Gmail. When you're writing an email, you just select the document you want to include and it's done. No going to a different system. No hunting around a server struggling to find the content you want. The cost for this feature, you can use this with HubSpot Sales Starter that starts at $50 per user per month, or you have unlimited access with HubSpot Sales Pro at $80 per user per month. Top left example is the view you'll get inside HubSpot CRM. You just upload your PDF documents to the CRM and include links to those documents in your emails or on your website. You can see the document reporting, so you're going to know what content actually generates sales. The sales subscription gives you extra reporting for every individual document, right down to every individual person that's looked at each document, and even what pages of each document they viewed and for how long. No more guessing or old school PDF attachments that take ages to download and stop emails being delivered. In the bottom right example is how this works in Outlook or Gmail. You just create a new email or reply to an existing email. You may choose to select a template. You click the document button and choose the document you want to add as a link in your email. It's that simple. When I'm doing sales coaching, this is one of the features I say to check first thing in the morning and regularly throughout the day. You're going to know live who is engaging with your website, emails, and documents. If somebody opens one of your emails, you even know if they're on their mobile or desktop. If they're on their desktop and they're a busy person, it's a great time to give them a call because you know they're sat at their desk. It's a great way to prioritise who to call and engage with each day. The live notifications feature happens directly in Windows and Chrome, so there's no need to go hunting for this information. It is literally live. The cost for this feature starts from $50 per user per month with HubSpot Sales. This section is a summary to reinforce that there's no need to learn dramatically new systems. There's no need to stop doing what you're doing. There's no need to stop using Outlook or Gmail. What HubSpot CRM and Sales will do is supercharge your own Outlook or Gmail and give you the tools you need to differentiate your company against your competition. It's the opportunity to reduce a lot of your manual sales work, improve the intelligence you have about your ideal customers, and allow you to prioritize to help improve sales and productivity. The cost for this feature, HubSpot CRM, is free forever. You can add a limited amount of templates and documents in HubSpot Sales Starter, and you get full access in HubSpot Sales Pro. We looked at examples of how templates, sequences, documents, and meetings can be accessed directly in Outlook or Gmail. So this screenshot is just an example of the HubSpot sidebar that sits next to your emails in Outlook or Gmail. When you're emailing or calling anybody, you can see live in Outlook or Gmail most of the information that exists for each contact in HubSpot CRM. You can see typical contact information about the person you're emailing or talking to, such as job role, company, life cycle stage, or even the status they are in your sales process. You'll see typical company information, such as address or social media profiles, to help you build a rich picture of the latest updates and news at their company, so you have more context before replying. Most importantly, you'll see the contact timeline with all activity, such as what emails they've received, what phone calls they've had, and you'll even see this if it's happened with another salesperson, because HubSpot CRM merges all activity in one place for each contact. Lastly, you'll see any deals that are open, progressing, or closed, and also what tasks and sales jobs there are for each contact. So let's recap on what we've gone through. Buyers are in control. They have the power. But if you use the right approach, then you can also be in control. Sales is always about productivity, so you should want to reduce your manual work and improve productivity. If you need to increase sales, then you need to find more time to be proactive. If you already have more sales than you can handle, then you need to find time to manage your customers, and this can only be done by improving how you handle sales. Sales has changed, and it's time that small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies caught up. The companies that sell how their ideal customers want to buy will clearly differentiate themselves and find it a lot easier to generate sales and attract new customers. Having the right approach and technology will mean you can be the company that responds first, and that will give you a very good chance of getting the deal. And lastly, using modern tools so you don't need to manually follow up by email or remember to make a call will mean you're much more efficient and you never let opportunities slip through the cracks. Thanks for watching our live event. I'd summarize HubSpot as the all-in-one CRM built for humans to easily organize, track, and nurture your leads and customers. It's easy to get started with this new approach to sales, and it will genuinely differentiate you against your competition. It's a first-to-market opportunity for many small to medium-sized automotive and motorsport companies, and we have an option to get you started that's free. We create your HubSpot CRM sales account, get it set up in your Outlook or Gmail, and give you some basic coaching. If you want more help, then we'll work out a package that's relevant to your sales goals and company setup, such as if you have an in-house sales team or if you need assistance with lead generation. You can get more ideas and improve sales and productivity at thetreegroup.co.uk/downloads, or you can book a consultation at thetreegroup.co.uk/consultation. Thanks for watching, and check back again soon for the next event. Bye-bye.